been a while. I know. It's so good to be back.
It's been so long. I was trying to work it out, and I'm like, oh, my God, it's nearly been a year. Like, the year's just nearly gone, and we haven't caught up. Kaz is in the room. It is random. We're doing an extra one on the Thursday this week, Kaz. We've got all sorts of dates coming up on different days. It's nice to keep it mixed up.
That's right. It's Christmas and it's all
everything's. Oh my God, yes. Are you doing your Christmas carols this year? You'll be getting ready for all of that again.
I am. I'm doing a different one this year, which I'm really excited about here on the Central Coast on Christmas Eve. So I've not done one actually like right on Christmas Eve before. So I'm really looking forward to that. Up at the entrance here, if you're a Central Coast listener, we're playing Christmas Eve at the entrance, which is going to be really, really fun. So I'm really excited.
Have you got the outfit sorted this year? I always love your Christmas outfits.
Yes, I've bought another dress. Surprise, surprise. Every year I buy another dress, and I had the intention of cycling through them, but I'm yet to do that. Yeah, but I always I get a second-hand one because I'm like, when do you get to wear a full-length sequin gown? Not that often. So you got to
you have to make the most of that, and I always love it every year. Oh, my gosh. And scarily enough, speaking of dresses and outfits, do you have one ready for Tamworth?
I've got a couple in mind already, always thinking ahead, but I've got a few. I haven't tried anything on for a while, so I probably need to do that
too. Yes, I did that. I got my dress. I'm actually organised for Tamworth for once. I've even got the shoes sorted, which is pretty big for me because I'm not usually that organised.
Yeah. Very organised.
I just have to not lose or gain too much weight. Like, it's just right. Like, it doesn't need adjusting at the moment. If I go either way, that's when we're in trouble.
Oh, that's a reality, isn't it?
It's the hard part about this job, isn't it? But it keeps us thinking. Hi, Patrick. You are so early in the room tonight as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on a Thursday. And oh my God, whose calendar starts on a Saturday? What's with that?
How did that happen?
I get this for the animals because it sponsors the animals, all right?
Of course, you do it for the animals. I see what you mean.
That's right. That's the 20th. So, like, it starts when who does that? Starting the calendar on Saturday. What? That's just so bad. It is. Yeah. I looked at it. I'm like, hang on, that can't be right. What am I doing? Yes, it supports the RSPCA, I think.
I'm for it. I love it.
Yeah. I'll get you one this year. I'll send it to you. For the animals. Oh, yes. What have you been up to apart from all this music stuff? You've been overseas. I saw you went to Nashville again. What else have you been doing this year?
There's been a lot on the go. It's been an incredible year. So many different things happening. And yes, got to Nashville in July, which was really, really special. Got to go over with my dad, family friend of ours, and Rod McCormack, my producer. So we went over and worked on 5 new songs, which we wrote beforehand, booked a session over there, had some incredible musicians, all the people that are, you had the drummer, touring member of Toto. We had the guitarist that's just played on Carly Pearce's new record, everything. So it's just phenomenal working with just these musicians that are like on another level. Yeah. Which we have such incredible musicians here that I can't compare the pair because they're equally incredible, but it was just really cool to do it as a different experience, get to connect in with some of the musicians there, get to be live in the studio and see how they all operate. And they work so fast. We got 5 songs down in, I think, like 4.5 hours. It's
wow.
So it's very cool.
That is amazing. It is very fast paced over there with that sort of thing. Even songwriting, like your sessions are quite structured and on time, and like you come out with so much writing in such a short space. I guess it's because they're doing it every single day. They just know their craft, I guess.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things. It's like they're 9 to 5. It's their job, but it's just such high demand there that they're just the turnover of jobs and gigs and studio sessions is so fast. It's amazing.
It's next level, definitely. And it is different here. Like, we have best musicians as well. And you're right, we have all this amazing stuff. But I think it's just a different style and everything's just different. And I suppose it'd be different again if you went to the UK and did the same thing, or went to Europe and did just a completely different environment.
Yeah, so it was really cool to do that. The aim was to do that back in 2020. If you throw the brain back to then, it was, we'd booked to go over and do recording, and then COVID happened. So that all got kind of put on hold. We did a lot of the sessions remote, but getting to actually be there this time in the studio was really, really special and really unique. And any chance to do that in the future, I'll be doing it.
Yes, well, I'm going to be following along watching, because I love watching you over there, and all the different, like all the photos that I saw of you putting up, like of these the Nationalville places that you're like, oh yes, that's there, and you want to see it all. I love those moments. It's a bit like when you go to Tamworth and you've got the golden guitar and you've got, like, you know, all those things, the compulsory photo moments.
Oh, totally. And the cool thing was the first 2 trips I went to Nashville pre-COVID was with my mum. So we did all that together. And this time Dad came. So it was getting to go show him all the places I've been to before and take him to all the landmarks. And it kind of felt like, oh, like I'm showing him around, even though I'm no local to Nashville at all. But it was really cool to
You're a pro.
Yeah.
You're a pro now. Yeah. Now, the important question, did you buy any boots?
I did. Of course I did.
Yep.
Because the deals are so good. You go into the boot barns, they have 3 for the price of 1.
Oh, how can you not?
So you have to. So I ended up with 2 pairs, and because we're with Rod, we brought one back for Gina as well, which was incredible. So Gina Jeffries was like, you better be bringing me a pair back if you guys are over there having fun without her. So we brought a pair back for her too.
Lovely. Oh my gosh. That is what I would love to see one day. I like just to go in those shops and just see boots, like just shops of boots.
The best. But you then get hit with overwhelm because you're like, I need to try them all on. And then you try them all on, and then you're like, well, now I don't know what to choose. So like an hour's gone and you're like, I'm still trying them on. That's saying
it's like the boot shopping needs a whole day. Just
so true. It's true.
For one store. What Patrick said, is there a new CD in the making?
Of course. It's in progress. So we got 5 new tracks recorded over there. So we've got to do probably another 5 or 6 still. But the plan is to get it all together, hopefully for kind of mid next year, if all goes to plans. Who knows? Everything changes all the time at the moment. But the plan is to pull that all together and have a new CD in the works for next year. So Patrick, I'm very excited to get some new music out. Some more. There'll be another single or 2 at least in the meantime before then. But we'll definitely have some new albums on the go, which is cool.
It's exciting. Do you think that you've got the songs down pat? Like, do you think you've
probably like 50-50? Obviously the 5 that we recorded I was very sure about because we did those and I was like, yeah, I really love those. And I kind of feel like I've already got a little bit of the direction of the album along with what I'd like to have as the title of the album as well. So I've got a little bit of that there. Probably need a few more songs. There's some in the kind of we've got there in reserve as well that like you do a bit of a stock take at the end and go, oh, okay, this one, that one. Oh yeah, that was from a while ago. Maybe I'm not loving it as much, or maybe I'm loving it more, you know. So it's just
yes, exactly. I like this comment. We should definitely go to the UK. I think that would be a very good idea. Definitely, we should do it.
Honestly, I'm seriously thinking about getting together some stuff for the UK next year. So I would love that.
That would be amazing. Have you been there before? To visit?
I've been not for music, but just for holidays because my mum was born in England. So getting to go back, look around and see all the spots where her family was from was really cool, but not for music. So I'd love to go do some shows.
That would be very interesting. Well, if you need somebody to help, I'll definitely put my hand up.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And Kat said that she's looking forward to reviewing the new album. Well, speaking of new music, Friends for Life. This is such a, like, when I was listening to this song for the first time, it was so different for you, and it just was such a fun feel. You sound when you're singing it you just sound so comfortable, and you know, it's just a lovely song. Tell us a bit about it, and why now?
Thank you. It is a fun one, and it's so easy so often to write like the sad heartbreak songs or write a love song. And sometimes, you know, the friend songs don't get as much attention. So got to sit down and write with Rod. Again, we collaborate on most of my works, which is really cool. Yeah. And Ali Barris, who's co-written on a lot of other stuff that I've released over the last few years. And we just kind of were talking about directions for that songwriting session that day. We're on Zoom and we kind of just got talking about, let's write something positive. Let's write something feel good. I had some challenges earlier in the year, and my friends were such staples through that time. And, I think we all have those friends that are with us through the ups and the downs. And it was like, okay, well, let's write a song about those people that are in our life for the long haul and the friends for life. And it really decided from there, we wanted to go down the path of imagining we were on like a weekend away somewhere on a holiday, by the beach, having margaritas and just having a great time, really. And getting to then write it, record it, to me, it felt very natural to release it coming into summer here and just let it be that anthem that hopefully people will listen to, turn it up loud, sing it along with their friends, and just feel good and forget about, some of the more stressful parts of life for the time being.
Absolutely. And it is that song, and it's a really good time of year, I think, to be releasing that. Like, we're all starting to get out of the miserable times in winter, and we're starting to have that bit more energy and wanting to go out and do things on the weekends instead of staying at home because it's cold and horrible. But it just has that sort of spring feeling to it, this song. It's, oh yes, it's time to get out and do exactly what you're singing about. It's a good way to start the summer.
Yeah, I hope so. I feel that, and hope people feel that through the music. And this is the first one of the ones we recorded in Nashville to be released, so it felt just really great to have this one out. It's one of the 5 we tracked over there, so it was cool to get to track it, then bring it back here onto the Central Coast, where we then did my final vocals and BVs and all that stuff here. So it was just really cool to go through the process of having it kind of come to life on Zoom as a song that we wrote. Group, and then taking it to Nashville and recording part of it there, and then bring it back to Australia and recording the rest of it here. So it was just kind of a cool journey that this song.
This song's travelled, it's travelled the world already.
Yes, you're going to be getting frequent flyer miles, I swear.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's right. Well, paying for yours at least. Yeah. It's so fun though, hearing the different ins and outs though for people of that recording process. Like, you can do it so many different ways, and I like that people are happy to experiment by, like you said, going over there to doing parts of it just to give you a different feel and a different sound. And it probably gives you more to write and talk about as well, having those different experiences.
Definitely. Every experience goes into the book of what you can write about, and different things that you experience, people you meet along the way, and it just all adds to your life journey, which is pretty special.
Yeah, it is. It's very special. And I love that it's about, as you said, like about the friends, because you can have partners and relationships, but friends and family are the ones that are there all the time. Like, they're the ones that have been there through all of those relationships and all of those things. So it's nice to have a song to celebrate those moments and those people in our lives. Often friends have been there since you're quite young and right the way to the end. So it's pretty special to be able to celebrate them.
Definitely. I think, as I said, sometimes we forget to shine a light on them. And, I hope my friends at least feel, loved and that they feel my gratitude for all the amazing things that they do for me as well.
Absolutely. I'm very sure that they do. What have you got, like, not that there's much of this year left, but what have you got left for the year? Have you got some more shows before the Christmas ones? Have you got new merch coming? What's the plans?
Yes, well, next week, actually, I'm playing with Gina Jeffries, which is great here on the Central Coast. She's got a show, like a home local show to finish the year, which is going to be really nice. We're playing at Avoca Beach Theatre, and it's one of the loveliest venues. I love it. It's an old movie theatre that they've converted, still a cinema, but also a great live music venue. So playing there with her on the 30th, which is going to be so fun. And then got a couple of Christmas things to come in December, New Year's Eve on the Central Coast as well. Lots on the go. So plenty of things to get me out on stage, performing, singing before we then get to Tamworth, obviously, which is not far away at all.
I know, it's scary. It's funny how we get to this point in the year and you're starting to feel so tired, and you think, it'll be nice to wind down for Christmas, but realistically we're winding up like 4 weeks time, we're going the other way. Yeah,
it's so true.
Kaz just said, Kaz just popped a comment there, and she said that she went to the Avoca Theatre in the 60s.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Really, really
I'd love to see like what the differences are in what it looks like and how they're running it. It'd be amazing.
That's cool. I love that. I wonder, comparison would be really cool to see. Every now and then on their Facebook, they put up old older photos of what the Central Coast and some of the key landmarks look like back, many years ago. So I think it would be cool to see what the theatre looked like.
I love that idea. I love that. And Jonathan said that you have some fantastic songs. And do you have any CDs or albums to buy with others of your merchandise? So previous music. That's a good question, Jonathan. Is there anything still available?
Yes, well, I've got The Good Kind, my album, that's still available for sale as well. And I've got merchandise on my website. But, of course, I'm always happy to post overseas. So shoot me a message if you're keen. And I'm more than happy to send some gear out to the UK. Absolutely.
How hard is merchandise to work out what to choose? How are you going? Have you been starting to look at new merch for the new album? Is that already in the back end?
Yeah, I try to add some stuff, every now and then, mix up the designs on things and have a bit of fun with it, So I brought some T-shirts out a couple of months ago now, a new design, which was really fun. I had a white base T-shirt, and obviously boots are a favorite thing of mine. So I have boots on my T-shirts, which is a bit of fun. But brought out a black version, this, with a slightly different design. So it's kind of always just looking at different options. Obviously with the album, I'll do a bunch to support the album as well, so that it all matches up nicely. But it is fun. I love thinking about different merch options. You can get quite creative, which is cool.
You can. There's so much stuff out there, and sometimes that's one of my favorite things when you go to shows and you sticky beaky on other people's merch tables. I'm like, how did you think of that, and where did you find that? But there's some incredible things.
It's so true. It's like I love Taylor Moss had hot sauce for a while, and I was like, that's cool. I love that.
And Andrew Swift had honey. I like that too. I was like, that's a good one. These are some really good ideas.
Honestly, I feel like he does merch the best out of everyone, in my opinion. He's amazing at merchandise.
His merch, he's so good at arranging it and setting it up, like next level, definitely. He's one of the sort of person that you want to do your shop window.
100%.
Kaz said that she lived on the Central Coast before she moved to Tamworth and then back again. Lots of memories. You've done so much, Kaz. Did you know, Courtney, it's going to be Kaz's 50th Tamworth?
I think I saw that on Facebook, actually. That is incredible. And I know you're a coastie at heart, Kaz. So I love that you know all the local venues and all the good spots to go to. And that is so great that you're going to be at Christy's show. I'm so excited for that because I'm playing with Christy Cox at Tamworth on the first Sunday. And it's a country gospel show, which is going to be great. So I caught up with her in Nashville in July and saw some of her, like the timing was amazing. It was her birthday and she was doing a birthday bluegrass show and happened to be when we were in town, which was really cool. And when I got back to Australia, she sent me a message and invited me to be a part of her show with Elise Simmons and Dean Perrott. So it's going to be really, really fun.
That is going to be lovely. I love the gospel music side, the singing, the vocals. Yeah, it's just so good. I can't wait to see that one. And Jonathan said to say thank you, that he's going to have a look at your website.
Fantastic. Send me a message
what you get.
People can reach out, send me if you've got questions about merch or anything that you really, really like or stuff you might want to see as merchandise. I always love getting suggestions, so feel free to send it through.
It's like tour places where you want people to go. Like it's so helpful. Yep. Merch suggestions and tours and all of that. Friends for Life, the first single that you recorded while you was away, artwork. Who did you design everything? Was this a collaborative?
This artwork I did do myself actually, which was cool. I've been challenging myself a bit more on the graphic design side of things. I work with Jeremy from Eyes and Ears Creative for the photos. He did the full shoot and got some incredible content for me and then edited them up all beautifully, and I did the small 10% after that. But you know, just I think getting a great photographer and someone that can capture the feeling of a song is so important, and he's just so incredible. He's so incredible.
Because I was looking at the sun, and was this early morning or late evening? Because like the sun is just so good. It's just worked for you. Like it's the best looking day.
It was early. It was an early start that day, but worth it when you get up and you get the right shots with the sun. It was so worth it.
Looking at that shot like that sun, it just looks like the most stunning day. And I always love watching your outfits and things on albums and film clips that you do. You just have a knack for it, but I bet you spent ages doing it. I bet it's not a quick decision.
You agonize over the tiniest little things that most of the time probably no one would even notice. But I sit there and I'm like, maybe it needs to just move slightly that way or slightly that way, slightly up. Move it, and you're like, no, that doesn't look right. And it's like you'll go show my parents or my partner and be like, what do you think? Which one? And they're kind of like,
they're the same.
Like they're both great. Which one do you think?
What are our plans for Christmas? That's a good question, Jonathan. What are you going to do for Christmas, Courtney?
Good question. Home on the coast, which is great. Catch up with family, catch up with some friends. Obviously, the Christmas carols on Christmas Eve, which will be cool.
Yeah.
So a new, as a family, we normally watch Christmas carols on Christmas Eve, so it's going to be very special to get to be singing the carols this time. And then family Christmas on Christmas Day, which will be lovely, and friends, and do all that in the lead up to. Be very merry.
Yeah, very merry. And lots of food. Lots of food, always. Yes.
Lots of food.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. We go out to the farm, so we get to have food at the farm, and we all have a rock skipping competition on the river. And because it's all smooth river rocks, the river goes through the farm, and there's just smooth river rocks. So lots and lots of rock skipping, and we get quite competitive. If you've had the crown, you don't want to lose it. So.
I love that. That's really fun. Is there a prize for the best rock skipper?
Well, there was a trophy at one point, but now I'm not actually sure whether we've got much. It's something I'm going to have to fix because it's like this. It's bragging rights, definitely. I don't usually get them, but
I love it. About the effort counts. It's that you try.
Exactly. And obviously the important ham with the glaze. Like, if the glaze isn't made, we all go home. Has to be there. Yeah.
Exactly. Essential.
Yeah, absolutely. It's essential. I'm sorry. The cat's trying to get in the cupboard. Loki. I didn't see him earlier before. I thought he was out of the room, but now he just wants to get in the cupboard because we're talking without him. Patrick said key rings in your merch.
That's a good one. I'm going to look into that, Patrick. Thanks for the suggestion. That's great.
I actually was thinking that the other day. How do people get the key rings made to their things? I don't know who does that. Yeah.
I'm going to look into that. That's a very good suggestion.
It is. So new music, 5 songs ready. Are you going to do a few more singles in the new year starting?
Yes. Working on, hopefully by kind of Feb should have another one out, and whether that then brings another one before this album or, whether it's, after, who knows yet. That's still a little bit of a question mark, but getting one out hopefully in the next kind of 3 to 4 months will be the next project to be working towards.
Yes, absolutely. Scott has a fun fact. You're the 3-time winner for the female vocal at the Country Music People's Choice Awards. Are you going to head to them again this time? Are you planning on?
Oh, I'd love to be there. I had the chance to perform this year and present an award as well. So I'd love to. I'm always up to be involved. It's such an incredible event that it is run for, encouraging artists to keep doing what they're doing, but also to see the people that are listening to our music and enjoying it and supporting us. I feel like it goes such a long way, these awards, because it all comes down to people that like what we're doing and vote for us, which is really cool. So I'm very grateful that the involvement over the last few years, and you've had some great involvement as well.
Yes, it's one of our favourites.
You going to be there this year?
Oh, we definitely will be coming. Yeah, this year, next year. I know I always struggle with that. Tamworth is like, well, that was last year the awards. Well, that you mean this year or last year? The last one, not the. But yes, definitely we're going to come along to this one. It's one of my favorites. I think it's just it's a different type of award show to the Golden Guitars, but there's something about the People's Choice that just feels really special. And I think you're right. I think it's something to do with people have to vote for you. It's not just industry people going, this is a great song. It's the fans, and they're the people that count because they're the ones that are listening to the music at the end of the day. And I think it celebrates fans as much as the people that are nominated. I think it's sort of a combined celebration.
Yeah, it's very, very special, and it's one of the highlights of the festival every year. It's amazing.
Every year, yes. It's usually on the Thursday too, so it's sort of a couple. Like you're still tired, but it's still where you've got a little bit of energy left, so you quite enjoy sitting there and enjoying those moments. But the other thing I really loved is that town hall. There's just something so special about that venue that I just every time you walk in there, you get goosebumps. It's and then backstage and under down underneath. It's just, yeah, lovely. So special.
Yeah, one of my favorites. And I love that venue. It's just got such rich history for music, and you can feel that in the space. So it's very,
Yes,
very
absolutely. It's funny to think, that's the original Golden Guitars, and the original Tamworth was in that
I know.
Yeah, it's grown so much. Thank you, Jonathan, for sharing it to some of the music groups. That really helps, actually. It's probably a good one to touch on, Courtney, because people can go and listen to your song right now, and that helps the algorithms. But sharing it or adding it to their playlists, sending it to music groups doesn't cost, but it helps. It helps a lot. And I think that's almost as important as buying merch in some ways, isn't it? That
definitely. It's just getting it out there and showing all the algorithms, because these days so much is driven off the algorithms. It shows that, people are enjoying it. People are wanting to see it in their news feeds or on their Spotify or wherever they're looking, that, maybe they should see more of it, which is really, really great. And like I said, because obviously cost of living and everything, not everyone might be in the position to buy merch or buy CDs and, buy albums online, but sharing, liking, commenting, all those things go such a long way. And especially for independent artists, it's our bread and butter. So it's very,
absolutely, yeah. It's not an easy industry to work in. Like it's really not. It's an amazing industry to work in, but it's not an easy industry because it is hard, and it's not like you have a paycheck coming every week. So it is one of those industries that you might have a few come in this week and not for a few more weeks. So it is one of those things that those little things make a big difference to everybody. Go to the indies, absolutely, Kaz. Absolutely. Now, I have the one question that I was going to bring in the end of this month. What is a Christmas tradition or a Christmas secret that you say everyone should enjoy?
Well, first, getting the Christmas tree up in November. That's number one.
See that? Was that your idea?
Yeah. Well, Mum and I both love Christmas. Dad loves Christmas too, but probably not quite to the extreme level that Mum and I love it. So I think gradually have just gotten earlier and earlier. I think at one point during COVID years, we had it up in October.
Oh my gosh.
No, because there wasn't much else to look forward to. So, but now we've kind of settled in like the first 2 weeks of November, because everything gets so busy at this time of year. We're, everyone's running from to place. You've got different events, you've got work stuff. It's all happening, that I'm like, well, at least then you can get up each morning, you can go to bed each night, and you see the Christmas tree, and you remember this is a lovely season to be. It may be stressful, but it brings joy. It brings joy. And some people have been like, it's too early to put your tree up. And I'm like, no, it brings joy, and I'm going to take that joy.
Exactly right. I love that, because it is so important. And I know last year, Christmas just seemed to be gone before we actually had the time to, sit down, enjoy the Christmas movie, or, the cherries after tea, or all that sort of thing just didn't happen last year. So putting it up early, I think, for the busy lives that we all have, is a brilliant idea, and it just makes you slow down and think a little bit. And what has Scott's put another fun fact here for us. Courtney started singing lessons at 9. You did musical theatre and songwriting courses through your teens, and started writing your own music and releasing it. That is true. Singing lessons at 9. How did you choose to do that? Was it just something you were always doing?
I just always loved it. If you ask my parents, they'll say I was always singing around the house. I was always like singing and writing songs and doing all sorts of stuff. I think if you ask them, my first song I ever wrote, I was, I think, maybe 2.5 or 3. And I think Pretty Days in the Pretty City. I think that's what I was singing in the car, and they remind me of that, of where my roots are in songwriting. But really, I would just make up little songs. I'd sing around the house. I loved it, and finally, they agreed to send me to singing lessons, and just didn't really look back since then. So it's been, just something I've always wanted to do, and something I've always loved.
Just you fell into it, and it just continued on. Yeah. And I couldn't imagine you doing anything else. But if you had to choose one thing, what part of the music is the one thing you can't not do? Is singing or writing or live performance?
I think the singing part, probably just the ability to sing, and I just love it. I think that's probably the biggest thing. If I couldn't write another song again or something, I feel like the singing is probably the thing that I get the most joy out of.
Yes. Yeah. That is a lovely answer. I always love hearing those little things. I am so excited for you. You're so busy and I love watching you. It's been such a successful year for you. Before we go tonight, though, where's the best place for people to watch you and keep an eye out for you're updated? I know you've got websites, everything else.
Yeah, I'm on all the platforms, Facebook, Instagram. I try my hand at TikTok every now and then, not very well. But got my website, merchandise online as well. So, if you go to courtneykeil.com, you'll be able to find all the links to everything. If you're on one of the platforms, you should be able to find me there. And come say hello.
Absolutely. And if you want any merch or anything from Courtney's website or questions, send them through to Courtney, because if you do it now, you're probably going to be lucky enough to get it in time for Christmas. And it's a good idea to be moving on to the Christmas presents. It's not far away.
It's very soon.
Very soon. When Jonathan's popped a comment, said, fantastic show. You've got to know. Yeah, that's very true, Jonathan. Getting to know you. We've had Lucy Tiger. We've had Sarah Louise Music. We've had so many people that we've been able to bring to our little community here at Country Kickback, and people like you from over the other side of the world, and all the people watching. It's a special thing, and I think that's the magic of music. Definitely.
Absolutely. Created something very special, Danni, and you all work really hard. It's incredible, and Scott too. So
it's so lucky. Yes, Scott's in the background tonight and running an amazing doing it all. He works very hard to get it up and running, so we couldn't do it without him. So thank you, Scott. And Kaz, thanks, girls. Lovely surprise. Well, I'm glad we surprised you, Kaz, because you are very much on top of everything music. So it's nice to be able to do that occasionally for you. Yes. Well, Courtney, thank you so much for reaching out and coming to us. I can't wait to see your Christmas outfits.
And yes.
We'll have to catch up in Tamworth again and in person.
I know, so much better, but it's been so nice to catch up now, and always great to be able to do it this way virtually and then get to catch up at Tamworth. So we'll see you in only just, like months, really. It's like 8 weeks or something crazy, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, geez, scary thoughts. But I'm excited for it too. I'm already tired for it. Like, it's just, you just know by the end of that 10 days you're going to be exhausted, but it's the good kind of exhausted.
That's right, absolutely.
Always. Well, thank you so much. And guys, if you haven't heard Courtney's current single, go and have a listen now, and you can put it in the comments when we've finished the live. You can still comment, so let us know. If you haven't listened, go and have a listen and let us know what you think. It's a good, fun song, ready for summer and celebrating your friends and family. It's a song that everyone can relate to, I think, which is really special.
Danni, thank you. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in.
We'll see you all next week. We'll be back next Tuesday. So another surprise date. So we'll be back on Tuesday. We'll see you then. See you guys.